Good afternoon, chat. Today we are doing some grounding, some discussion of manifestation, transformation of thought to feeling and feeling to thought, which some would call individuation. Depends on your definition. Definitely not Jung's. It's a nice little dog running past me. And we're going to talk about why God lets you manifest, why he will give you into your will, and how it ties into faith. So, pretty much, I say we begin with transformation of thought to feeling. When you transmutate your thought to a feeling, you're really just kind of channeling stuff. Like, it's kind of a weird explanation, but pretty much, let's say I want to be rich and successful in my future, right? Oh, I want to have this car when I'm older, type. Grounding right now, guys, shoes off. Right, so in my future, I want to be an airline pilot for cargo, and I want to be writing, right? So, transmuting that thought to a feeling, pretty much, as Godard talks about, you're really just going to sit in the idea, and you want to do, so, I gotta explain dream amplification first. When you have a dream, right, so last night I had a dream that I was at one of my friends' houses, and we were just chilling, and one of my friends was Invincible, some random guy that I was friends with in the dream, but I've never met in real life. He was Invincible, and we were just chilling at his house, and it's not his actual house. I'm actually not sure if it was his house or not, right? And there was a guinea pig that had certain spots that if you touched it, it'd instantly kill you, and it would also kill the guy who was invincible. So, dream amplification, we're going to say, what color was the guinea pig? You want to just draw out details and get it like beautifully concrete and solidified, and just, it's really about drawing out details. So, when you're trying to amplify your dreams, ask specific questions about specific details. So, what color was the guinea pig? Okay, it was a white, black, and brown guinea pig, and if you touched the brown spots, it would kill you. That's what it was. Okay, so then we take this idea, and what we're going to do is we're just going to keep going. Okay, so the guinea pig was in a gated area with a nice light brown blanket under it, right? And it was fairly small, I'd say, and it was in a little like caged in area. Brown fence with a white top, okay? And we keep going from there. Anyways, take this thought from dreams and apply it to goal dreams, right? Not sleep dreams. Just drop my mic, bro. Right? So, I'm going to be a pilot, okay? You don't want to go with what are the actual details of the situation, but rather you want to go with sensation is what it is. So, you have to transmutate the thought of I would like to be like this with how would this feel? How would I feel being a pilot that's writing? Well, I'm going to have a big workload, so maybe I'm going to need to feel. It's not that I maybe will need to feel, it's that I'm going to have to feel an upped amount of energy than that I have right now, right? I'm going to need to be having this this plethora of energy that I could be putting towards my writing, because I'm going to be working 2 large-scale jobs, right? Okay, so we take the energy component. Okay, but what does that feel like in my day-to-day? How will that be making me act, right? Kind of almost imagine yourself in a conversation with a stranger in this state. How do you be feeling, right? So I'm going to be very informed. I'm going to be knowing a lot of stuff and pushing out all my energy, right? This stuff sounds kind of stupid while I'm saying it, but it's the truth. Anyways, something to feel like that, right? And part of my dream is having a family in this scenario. So how would I feel about my family? Well, I'm going to be missing them a lot while I'm out in random countries, right? I'm going to be very informed about stuff, so I'm going to be very worried about them often. I'm going to feel like what it is to be a man, truly, because The more of a man you are, the more kids you can have and take care of. That's just the truth. That's how you test how much you can really handle and stuff. If you have 6 kids that are all in great condition, then you're very much a good, strong man. Right? You have 2 kids. You're a dink, bro. If you're a dink, what's wrong with you? Like, why would you do that? Literally, God's first commandment, besides don't eat that tree, be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth. It's like the most inbred thing in mankind, but no, like, I don't want to because I'm anxious. Shut up. Right? I'm also going to have to be in a state of minimal anxiety because I'm going to have a lot of stuff to be doing. I'm going to feel much more fulfilled and much more full as a person than I feel right now because I'm going to have to be, well, not that I'm going to be tested a lot more. So I'm going to feel much more strong in my character. Right? Anyways, you want to tap into these energies, think about them, and then you want to just pull them into your day-to-day. That's really it. Like, that's how you bring your dreams together, bro. You literally just think of exactly how you would be in your dream scenario, and then you just bring it to your day-to-day life. Right? So, it's transmutating thought to feeling. Transmutating feeling to thought is really all you need to do is take semi-negative, maybe negative sensations. Like, let's say I'm really horny. I need to transmutate that to I need to work harder, right? I can't just, and here's the thing with masturbating excessively. I'm in public, bro. There's some people walking past me. Here's the thing with it. It's a dissipation of energy, and dissipation is like number 1 goal of evil. You know, if you can dissipate all of your strength and energy, you're gone, bro. It's over. You know? And there's such a direct correlation to having struggles in your life and not being able to catch up and dissipating your sexual energy. Just being honest, guys. Just being honest. Like, sexual transmutation is one of the biggest things, and no one talks about it today. It's denied by science, which the entire goal of science is to disprove God, so I don't listen to them at all. And I made multiple videos about this. But anyways, so that anxiety and shit like that, you need to transmutate to the thought that you need to do better. That's it. Not that you need to escape it. You need to do better. And so then you transmutate that thought. That energy is really what you're doing. And I've talked about this in multiple videos. To escape depression, you need to transmutate it to energy. So you need to make it anger. That's like a really good one. And if it's anxiety, you need to transmutate your fear to anger at yourself, really. For both of them, you need to transmute it to anger at yourself. You need to change the sensation of I'm not enough and just like kind of running that thought over and over to I'm about to be enough, really. And it becomes energy, and you need to take that energy and put it to something to make you enough, bro. That's it. Because both of them, both anxiety and depression, are really just tied to sloth. They are. And also, excessive masturbating is definitely tied to sloth. Dude, those girls that walked past me a bit ago gave me such a weird look. But I didn't even say anything like bad out loud in front of them. Anyways, those are like the only sensations you need to transmutate to thought. Joy, you should not transmutate to thought. Energy, don't transmutate it to thought. Yeah, like the positive sensations, you really don't need to transmutate. It's like the negative ones, the needs and stuff like that, you have to transmutate. It helps a lot, to be honest. But yeah, now let's talk about manifestation. So yeah, like I said, tapping into the feelings of your dreams is going to manifest them. Stealing this, but God created everything. We're not supposed to be creating, right? The chemicals that you eat in your food were already created. Someone just had to tap into manufacturing it, is what it is. Right? So, with this manifestation stuff, you just have to tap into the frequency, which frequency is feeling, right? You have to tap into the frequency, and then you just get it, bro. You just get it, you know? And I think it's interesting. I'm stealing this as well. But I was listening to a guy talking about this stuff, and he's like, if you feel like a stop at your drive towards goals, you have to step back because you're approaching it wrong and let it reset, right? So, like for my building of muscle and stuff like that, grinding at the gym for like a year, and then I was on that trip at Europe, and I couldn't lift the whole time. And I didn't I started doing calisthenics at the start of the trip, but then at the end I was just like, whatever, like we're just gonna just chill. And I came back and I've gained so much muscle, and yeah, part of it is Kazakh-Disterone, but I think it's also the mental shift. You take the break and you don't have this frustration anymore of like, oh, I've been working at this and nothing's working, because that's really just like you're losing faith in your ability to do the thing. You know, if I'm trying to learn to code and I try for 4 months and I still suck, and then I keep trying, I'm just losing faith, more and more faith about my ability to learn to code, right? If I try for 3 months, I'm like, okay, I suck at this. I give it a month break and I hit the mental reset of, okay, wait, no, I can do this though, because I can do this, because I go back, and then it's chill, and then we're just relaxing, right? So yeah, anyways, let's talk about why God gives you into your evil desires. And there's a few parts to this. First, let's talk about the hardening of heart, which is that if you fall into sin repeatedly, God will allow you to fall into the sin, and he's not going to like protect you from the demons that come with it, stuff like that, right? You're going to become, so pretty much how it works is, let's say I'm an adulterer, and I adulter and I feel horrible, and then I adulter and I feel horrible, and then I do it again and again and again and I feel horrible. After a certain amount of times, God will just let me do it and feel okay. My heart has become hardened. It's not even what I was talking about. That wasn't even like the point I was going to be making. But that is a real thing, that God will take away the negative sensation and he'll just give you over to it. That's not what I was going to talk about. We're going to talk about pretty much why God allows man to manifest. Some of this is stolen. What's the purpose of imagination? To bring the gifts that you would like to see in your life into fruition. So, I imagine every night that I'm going to have, what's it called? When there's like 1 billion girls for a guy. A harem. If I imagine I'm going to have a harem, I only know that because anime. And I never even watched one of those shows. If I imagine I'm going to have a harem every night, God's going to give me the harem, even though it's evil. And it's like literally the works of Satan manifesting through me. He's going to give it to me. But what happens with it? I'm not even going to like it that much. I'm going to be like, man, I just feel kind of empty now. And I think it's interesting because my dad sent a quote to my family group chat, and he's not into this stuff at all. Like, he's just a very standard guy. About this artist who said that he valued getting 1 million views or plays on his song so much, and it's all he thought about. It was a fixation. And every time he'd release a song and it wouldn't hit 1 million views, he'd be all down on himself. And then he hit 1 million. And he said, I don't even care. Like, I want 10 million. This is nothing. He got 10 million. And he said, no, I want 1 billion. And then he hit 1 billion. And every time, all he had was shallow sensation. And he never felt relieved of this, like, oh, I need to do good. Right? Because you're scaling with it. And I truly do think that the point of our lives is to evolve. Well, how does that work with Christianity? The challenges that God gives us are omnipresent. They will always be there. And so your challenge at the start when you first convert is to be a good person. Right? And it stays the same. Because the closer that you get to God, the challenges just scale with you, right? So when I first came to Christianity, it was like, okay, we're not going to have sex with a bunch of girls. We're not going to do this stuff. And then, as time has gone on, the challenges just scaled with me. And now I feel horrible when I lie. And that was something that I wouldn't care about at the start. Because my heart changes, and so do the challenges. And even the saints are still going to sin. Anyways, so that's a different thing. But also you could scale it to like even atheism. You could totally think that the point of man's life is to evolve, right? That's like a very atheistic take. I don't know how people don't think that that's the thing. And so that's why you should always be avoiding the comfort, bro. That's why, like, if you have wifey, you have kids, you have good job, and you just stop evolving. That's why people have midlife crisis. They stopped evolving, and then they're 40, and they realize, like, shit, I've literally done the same thing every day for the past 10 years. Yeah, well, I went on some vacations and stuff like that, but yeah, I never evolved. And then they're like, I need to go challenge myself right now. We're going to Alaska and hiking the the tallest mountain. Damn, I said climbest. Anyways, so God is going to give us those evil desires, though, or the good desires, right? Because truly what you think is what you bring into reality. And this I'm totally stealing, but I mean, I'm stealing like all this, bro. Like, this has all been said before. The last emotionally charged thought that you let into your head at night before you go to sleep is going to come to reality. And so, pretty much, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Number one Christian principle on why your life is good or sucks. You're going to reap what you sow. And so you're sowing anxiety. You're sowing faithlessness is what you're doing, right? At night, oh, I don't know if this is going to go well in my life. I don't know. You don't have the faith in God that He's going to bring you the good. You don't, you know? When you pray, give us this daily bread, you have to have the faith that God is actually going to give you the daily bread, right? According to your faith, it shall be done unto you. That's what Jesus said. And so, this girl just stopped talking. Like, walk fast, bro. They're just like doing laps on this little stretch of path. And so, if you're faithless, you're not going to have the good done to you, really, is what it is. And adults struggle with faith so much because they've bought into it so much that they're like, after years, you really start to think it's all your own working, you know? And so a lot of them just don't see crazy miracles because they're so rooted in the mindset, you know? And of course, yeah, there's a little bit of leniency there, right? Because God said, or Jesus said, Matthew 17:21, these kinds of demons shall only be sent away through prayer and fasting, right? So there's a few specific circumstances, but I doubt that yours is part of one. But anyways, if your thought at the end of the day is anxiety, tomorrow is going to suck. Oh, what am I going to do about my money? What am I going to do about my job? Oh, my family's mad at me. You're going to manifest dog, bro. You're manifesting the worst thing into your life. If your thought at the end of the day is, I'm going to do this, it's going to be done. And you're fearless, you're courageous. Courageous man never dies, bro. It's true. Man only dies when he doubts. And we see that everywhere in life. But anyways, I truly do believe that the anxious will only have worse and worse onto them. I really do. I really do. Because people with like, oh, I have genetic anxiety, their life typically sucks. And you could say, well, it's due to the anxiety stopping them from... But no, bro, they brought it onto themselves. You know? And even if it isn't in the sense of like objective reality, right? So let's say I'm a very positive person and my grandma dies. And there's a very anxious person whose cat dies. The anxious person is going to suffer more. They are. And so they're getting punished worse, really, in their mental, you know? And God is going to reward you, though, because think about this. That's like the realest time of day. Think about how much people just open up late at night because they're just taking their guard down. Slowly but surely your guard goes down as you get more tired. And so that's the realest version of yourself. And that's why people do weird stuff before they go to bed. That's why people... And it's different when you're drunk, because when you're drunk, you're like more retarded. But when you're just tired, you're like just really yourself, and you're not as retarded as when you're drunk. Guys, retarded, I'm allowed to say that, as we've discussed many times. Anyways. So it's very different. But yeah, when you're in that very tired state, think about it. That's your truest self. This is your truest nature. And in your truest, most honest nature, the least layers of conscious protection behind you of, oh, well, maybe this is weird, maybe this is, but that's when you're faithless. Like, it's over, bro. It's over, you know? And also, like, alcohol is the work of demons. Drunkenness in that state, like, you literally give yourself to demons, and the more drunk you are, the more demonic influence you're allowing within yourself. No strong Christian, when they're very drunk, is not under the influence of demons. And don't get me wrong, we have demons pushing in our mental, right? But here's what it is, okay? Drunkenness makes it hard to differentiate the thoughts of demons and yourself. When you're sober, you'll be like, yo, where did that thought come from, bro? I'm not killing this dude. Crazy example. But it's true. You're going to be like, yo, this isn't even me. You know? And, when you're, yo, what was that, bro? I just felt something crawling on me. When you're drunk, you don't really, like, you're just considering things, options and stuff. You're not, like, you're too stupid. You know, and so it's very hard to differentiate that stuff. Anyways, yeah, but I truly do believe, especially when someone's in a blacked out state, that they're fully under the control of demons, because they don't even know what's going on. They don't even remember, like, what's controlling you then. Your self is so gone, you know? But, yeah, the narcissist is always going to get whatever they desire, the true narcissist, because I was discussing this with my friend, and he's like, yeah, no, I completely agree. But I was like, but what about the kids? We went to a very wealthy high school. What about the kids from our high school that are very egotistical? Because you meet a lot of rich kids that are, like, very egotistical, and they literally did nothing to earn it at all. Like, absolutely nothing. Like, oh, why do you this ego? Well, I'm good at soccer. And it's like, bro, your parents put you with the highest level personal trainers, and you're playing against kids that suck. Anyways. The point is that a lot of people have a fake ego, especially people who are rooted in extrinsicism, mostly in the sense of attraction, stuff like that. That's like the shallowest ego. Like those like beautiful girls, bro, literally can't handle an insult. Like the most beautiful girl is gonna get an eating disorder over one insult versus the uglier ones. They don't care. Like, yeah, I've heard I'm fat 40 million times, you know. And so that's a fake ego, though, is what it is. When it can be shattered in one day, in one remark, it's a fake ego. And I noticed when I was really depressed, I would get in these random episodes where I'd have insane ego, and I'd be like, yo, what is it? And then it'd crash so hard, and I'd be like, bruh, because it's fake ego, is what it is. So yeah, your ego has to be built on reality and stuff, so you can also actually believe it, because to manifest things you have to have true faith that it's going to be real. You can't have the like, oh, well, maybe not, maybe, who knows, you know. You have to fully believe. And guys, I mean, I think that Neville Goddard manifestation is the surest way to bring the reality, the stuff I talked about in the video of immobilizing your body and stuff like that. But I do think it's a little satanic to go into a trance state. I do, so I don't really do it, but I do it with my mental a lot. Like, yo, big fish just ate one. That was a big fish, just ate some other fish. That was crazy. Yeah, there's a river right here. Yeah, so I do think that there's a bit of an evil thing, but I also think that there's manifestation that goes on unintentionally in man. Yo, where's the plane at? Just with your thoughts and your feelings and your desires. Hearts to... Oh, yeah! Oh, bro. That scared me so bad, dude. There's like a... You can't even see it. It's like some weed thing. It's spiky. That's definitely... Anyways, with your heart's desires, repeated thought, and feeling, you are manifesting a reality onto you. And, so I don't think that stuff's satanic at all. Like, you're literally doing it all the time. And reaping what you're sowing with God, you're gonna reap evil if you sow evil, bro. If your whole life is, I'm gonna have 10 bitches. I'm gonna have... And it's an evil dream to desire $1 million as well. It is. You're being greedy, is what it is. And yeah, you might get the $1 million, but tell me how you feel. you know? And this is why, like, I think honestly that this is also tied to Albert Pike principle. The more satanic you are, the more that you're going to gain these gains, that you're going to gain in the material, not gain these, it's so stupid. The more that you're going to gain in the material realm, that's what Albert Pike says in, I don't know if it's in Morals or Dogma, or in Dogma or not, right? 33 degree Freemason, pretty much the biggest guy in Freemasonry to ever exist. Bro, there's like this fly. I'm sure you saw. Anyways, there's a reason for that, because the more satanic you are, the more satanic your wishes are going to be. Damn, I just want to do heroin. Right? And yeah, you might gain in the material. Straight up. You're going to gain in the material. When you do this stuff, right, we rarely ever see good people that are extremely materialistically wealthy. Right? Because good people are like appeased where they're at and stuff, and they're not greedy, so they're just like, alright, whatever. And they like donate a lot of it and stuff. And not like fake donations like Bill and Melinda Gates. Fuck you guys. You know? But it's a very real thing. Very real. But yeah, anyways, God is gonna let you get there just to see how foolish you were. You know? He will. And sorrow is the bitter medicine for our sins. I've said this many times. So your sin of desire and lusting after material and stuff like that. You're going to get the dream fulfilled, right? But the sorrow you're going to feel, it's going to be horrible, you know? But the problem is that people don't really understand this stuff, and then they think like, oh, well, you know, whatever, like, I just feel sad because who knows why. Because I put all my faith into an extrinsic thing, right? And then, yeah, it's just not good. Anyways, sorry, kind of rambling. I don't know if that even made sense, the last thing I just said. Really have to pee, bro. Yeah, but God's going to give you your bad sins, or your bad dreams if you manifest them, right? And I've noticed this too. Like when if you guys saw my Neville Goddard video, I talked about the one time that I've used that method and manifest this chick, which is the stupidest thing ever, right? But I thought like, okay, this is a very unlikely scenario that I'd see her, and so we're just gonna see. And I didn't feel good at all, bro. I thought I'd like enjoy it and stuff being with her, but no, I didn't even feel good. And it's just because God gave me the dream. He gave me the desire, which I properly pulled into reality, but He gave it to me as a lesson that these dreams are going to take me nowhere, and that it's just an endless like chase after more and more. And energy is key, guys. It really is. Energy is like number one. It is, bro. And no one with God has very little energy. When you're with God, bro, you're overflowing. That's literally what it is. Is that you get so full that you can overflow into other people's lives. That's it. Anyways, chat. I'm going to go pee. And I'm going to start reading Metamorphosis by Kafka. So we'll see how that is. We'll do a book review at the end. Of course, it's only 40 pages, so should be done pretty quick. I hope that you guys can understand this. I know I was kind of all over the place. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, I just need if I can organize my thoughts better, because I feel like I have good intuition on spiritual matters and just a lot of things, but my brain is so chaos that it's like a little bit hard to put into words, just because it's like literally all over the place all the time. People always tell me like, oh, you have so much ADHD. Like, stop telling me that, bro. Like, I don't buy it. I just have a lot of energy and stuff, and it's just very disorganized. I have a lot of hunter archetype. That's what it is. Anyways, really long video, but yeah, chat. Quick recap. Transmutate your feelings to thought of the negative and of sexual energy. Right, because people don't understand, libido is a term used in philosophy and psychology as energy, not just sexual energy, right, which it became in medicine. So transmutate your depression to anger for energy, transmutate your anxiety to drive, and then transmutate your or your thoughts of, oh well, I need this and this and this in the future, to feelings of what you'd have with that thing. God will give you into your satanic dreams if you so desire them, but you're gonna feel horrible because you did it on the opposite end of God. You did away from Him, and your dreams were not aligned with His. So it's gonna suck. But yeah, if you have healthy dreams and you truly have faith that God will give it to you, you're gonna manifest the most beauty ever because you're faithful. That's it. The woman touched God, or Jesus, which is God. The woman touches Jesus, and Jesus says, "I feel so my energy is gone somewhere. What's up? What's going on? Who touched me?" The crowd is silent, and the woman comes forth. I did. I needed help with whatever. I don't really remember. And Jesus said, "So you thought that if you touched me, you'd be healed?" She said, "Yes. According to your faith, it shall be done unto you." Bam. God loves us, and have faith in His character being good. Chat. And bro, like, you guys are so... I feel like so many people hear me talk, and they're like, well, I'm an atheist, like, Christianity is blah, blah. Convert it. It's not hard at all, really. The universe. Which is stupid, nonsense, fake, lies. Yo, the truck's driving on the field, bro. The truck is driving on the field. I met my ex-girlfriend here for the first time on that sled hill in 8th grade. Yo, there's 2 trucks on the field. Anyways, that's all, chat. That's all. God bless you. I was at church yesterday, and my dad, I told him, I'm like, can you wake me up before church? He's like, yeah, sure. He wakes me up at whatever time, I don't remember. I go back to sleep, like, immediately. He wakes me up again. Church starts at 9:30. He goes, I'm like, what time is it? He's like, 9:05. I'm like, bruh, nah. So I get up, and I'm like, you guys just go without me. Like, I don't want to make you late. I get to church immediately as I get there. They're like, hey, the youth group leader, or like children's ministry lady, wants to speak to you. As soon as I sit down and worship, liturgical worship, such a beautiful thing. I go downstairs, where she is, and I'm talking to her, and they have like this costume sitting there. I'm like, what is this? And the lady's like, Justin, you need to put this on, who's her husband. And he's like, no, Luke wants to see it. And so he's like, here, look, you're just going to step through here. And I'm like so tired, bro. I literally woke up like 30 minutes before. He's like, you're going to step through here. You're going to step through here. And I stepped through, and he's like, all right, great. Now you're dressed as a capybara for today for the children. And I was like, yo, what? And so they put me in a capybara costume. I didn't even realize what the costume was. I'll show you guys a picture. But I'm like dead tired. And if we do this at church, bro, it's hilarious. Like, I had no idea what was going on. I'm like I'm coming to consciousness, and there's a bunch of children around me playing with the capybara costume, like touching it and stuff. And I'm like, yo. Again, any Christians, do you think it is sinful that I record shirtless? I only do this out of mere convenience. Like, I didn't even bring a shirt with me to this park. But like, is this evil? Let me know, guys, because I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. Look, this is me. Capybara, riding cowboy, reading the Bible with the hat on. Yeah, before that, I was in a room with a bunch of children. It was craziness. Anyways, yeah, like, is this like... Because I feel like if a girl was recording in just like a very slim bra or something, I'd be like, bruh, this is like, you're baiting. But I feel like, to be fair, not to say that this is like a misogynist, I don't know, but I struggle to believe that women lust as much as men do after looks. I feel like they lust more after like feelings and stuff like that, and like fear. They lust after fear, bro. Like, oh, he's kind of a serial killer vibe, I like him. Like, they like that stuff that makes them very sexually aroused. And so I think, like, I have a tendency to think that like it's kind of fine if you're shirtless around girls because they're not like, oh, he's so hot and getting all distracted and stuff. Anyways, sorry, kind of a long, unnecessarily long explanation. I'm trying to keep it like below anything, just so that it's just like my head. But like, look at how, if I'm trying to cut my shoulders out, I look like this. It's just weird. But anyways, that's all today, guys. We're gonna shave the beard. It's getting way too long, bro. Yeah, this is gonna be the thumbnail for this video. No, I'm playing. I will take the thumbnail pic though. No, it's not good. We're gonna retake it. Anyways, or maybe we'll let YouTube pick. Really long video. Tell me if you guys understood what I was saying, please, because yeah, a little bit all over the place. I finished a college course in 3 days online, bro. Like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, you can do college courses in 3 days. It was only a 3-credit course though, so chill. But yeah, I've been a little busy with that stuff, so I just finished the final. Ended with a 91, pretty good. I'll take it. I could have done better, to be honest. It's conflict and negotiation, so I have like a bunch of corporate terms floating around my head. Like it's literally HR simulator is the class. The class is literally like, John and Sue are having an argument about a perceived miscommunication. John is from a culture that is very comfortable with eye contact, and Sue is not. John demanded Sue looks at him in the eyes. And it's like all this stuff, bro, and I'm like, bro, but now I know a lot about it, which is just like so unnecessary. I was like, I'm not going to do an online course for something I care about at all. I have to do it for the most stupid class that I have to take. Yeah, but that's it, chat. God bless you. Yo, he's on the grass still. Yeah, be good, guys. Don't have evil dreams.